Alright, so if you're anything like me and you're sort of a Final Fantasy buff just a little bit, 10 was your favorite, you heard about 7, you heard a couple things about 8, most definitely, you probably maybe don't like 13 or might not, I don't know. This is not why we're here today. Why we're here today is because another game came out, a re-release of, or reimagining of Final Fantasy Tactics. And I've heard a lot of good things about it. So of course I had to jump on it because I mean I wouldn't be a Final Fantasy buff if I didn't try it at least once. And I just wanted to kind of go over a few things because I'm currently going through my playthrough on a live stream, and when I tell you tactician mode, I already knew it was gonna be hard. But if you're not using the mechanics, it's even harder. So yeah, this is just a quick list of 5 things you should probably know before you start taking your playthrough seriously. First up on the list, there is permadeath in this game, okay? If your unit goes down and you start seeing the 3 heart symbol above your unit, start crying now because you're about to lose somebody that you love dearest. I gotten really close to a lot of my units on the team, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I definitely play favorites because I literally have 5 slots up there. The 5th person doesn't even come in often because we always have guests in. But yeah, they can actually die. They can literally go down and just not come back up. It's the same thing for the enemies team as well. They have their own little set mechanic for it as well, because when it comes to it, when a unit goes down, be it yours or the other teams, once they disappear off the board, you can go over there to that person's spot and you can pick up a crystal. Now this crystal will let you do a couple things. It can help you get health and magic points. It can also help you get items. It can also help you learn abilities. It can do a couple things like that. Now the only thing is it's bittersweet because it's fine when the enemy goes down, but when one of your units goes down, that's it for that run. They won't be able to come back for that run. So just kind of be mindful of that for the most part. The second thing on this list is you can equip skills and, well, support skills, movement skills, even like the ability skills and make a hybrid class onto another class. Now the only thing is just make sure that when you unlock these skills, you actually go into the menu and equip it. Okay, the game doesn't really guide you into making your hybrid class. The only reason I knew that there was something nearest to like being a hybrid class is because there was this guy in the early part of the game that was using potions, and when he was using these potions, it wasn't set for the class that you can normally use the potions for. So that's why I was just like, what is that? Is he a hybrid? And he technically was. He's a poor hybrid. He's literally just out there throwing rocks and using potions. But hey, in the beginning of the game, I couldn't do that, so I was wondering why. But yeah, just make sure you go inside there and equip the skill or the subclass. Is kind of how it's set up. The subclass from the other class that you've learned or from the other job that you learned. And you can make some pretty nice combinations. Say if you want to say if you're a black mage and you want to use white mage magic as well, you want to use cure and all that, you can kind of equip that as well. And you can also do some other things like having a higher jump. It's a bunch of different things in there. So mix it up and just make sure you equip it. That brings me to my third thing. Now, make sure somebody in your class can use raise, revive, or Phoenix down, because if not, you're gonna have a tough time. Remember from that first fact that I gave you where a unit goes down and that's it? Yeah, so the only way to get them back up is from one of those type of skills. And if none of your people can use that, once they go down, you kind of get on this like bit of a time crunch, because if the match is not coming close to an end, you're gonna lose that unit. That's the bad part right there. You're gonna use that. It's gonna make you start sweating a little bit. But yeah, just make sure you have somebody that can use those skills, that way you can actually be able to get those units back off the ground. And yeah, just make sure you have a healer in general. Dear God, make sure you, like, don't just be full on DPS. You need a healer somewhere in there, because if not, you're gonna have a very, very tough time. For the fourth thing on the list, make sure you use your JP points. At first, I didn't really know what the concept of the JP points was. I didn't even know they existed, honestly. I went in there and I was just wondering why every time I unlocked the class, because you would get the leveling up during the match. But the thing is, you unlock the class, you get the class, put on the class, and then you have no abilities. and then you're just like, why am I not getting any abilities? You don't unlock abilities as you go. You unlock abilities with your JP points, and they usually give you a set amount of points anyway to at least unlock one skill from all of that tree. So yeah, just make sure you use your JP points. They come around pretty often. If you need to grind for them a little bit, definitely do that. Yeah, they're very necessary. Very, very necessary. For the last thing on the list, auto mode. You can use auto mode. The only thing is, watch your unit when you're using auto mode. I have had it to where I've set my healer to go around and just make sure the unit is up to par with their health and everything. But when they don't have like the time to do that, like when there's nobody that needs the healing or anything like that, they're going out and fighting, which is fine. But they're going out and fighting and smacking people with a cane in the middle of the enemy camp. There's like 5 units around them. They're just like, wow, I'm just gonna go over there and smack them with my cane. No. So you gotta handhold just a little bit, because if not, you're gonna lose a lot of fights. A lot of fights. I mean, for me, the most common auto that I was putting on for my units was literally just for the healer, and maybe I would have my rogue go and target somebody like the chocobos in the early game. Dear God, this is a bonus. If you see a chocobo, run. They're like the hardest boss in the game. Like off rip, I don't know what it is about those chocobos. Choco cure or whatever that is. I'm getting PTSD, but yeah. If you use auto mode, that is fine. Definitely make sure you're watching your units and kind of making sure you analyze the battle a bit to see if auto mode is even an option. I definitely wouldn't try to put your entire unit on auto mode, especially if you're gonna be on one of the harder modes, because there's gonna be a lot happening there. Those are the 5 things I wish I knew before I started my run. This game is actually pretty fun. I am enjoying myself. I am doing it on stream. I have started with tactician mode because I'm a Souls player. I like to play the harder modes on games. It just feels something in me. But yeah, this is fun. And if any of this stuff helped you out whatsoever, like, comment, subscribe, share with friends. Let me know that this was actually useful. And yeah, I do Final Fantasy content pretty often. I feel like I'm always on 14. I'm doing this now. Sooner or later, I feel like I'm gonna go back to 10, but you know, I'm gonna hold it down for now. But yeah, join the channel. Bye.